Hey y'all, it's a hot afternoon in Mississippi in July. Y'all know what that's like. I think the heat index outside is about 106 right now. You think that's right, Mackenzie?
I do.
Whew, it's hot. So what I'm going to show you today is a couple of things that you can do with some prepared baked pie crust. One thing that we're going to do is going to be a tomato pie. People talk about a tomato pie. My family loves it. I love it. The other thing we're going to do, because it's all in season, you know, these wonderful homegrown tomatoes just make the best tomato pies. Fresh peaches, these are from Mr. Jay Swindle's market down in front of Dirt Cheap, right? He is getting in these amazing peaches, those Chilton County peaches that are the best in the world, and I promise you, they are absolutely delicious. So we're going to make a fresh peach pie, and we're going to make a tomato pie. So those are very different. One's a vegetable and one is a wonderful dessert. But let me tell you this, at this time of the year when you're getting in all this fresh produce, these are those little tomatoes that actually I'm able to grow, so that's a scary thought. But a lot of times you will get those blasted little gnats. They'll take over your kitchen if you're not careful. But you can make a concoction of apple cider vinegar, some really ripe fruit that those gnats are attracted to, and some Dawn detergent. Put it in there, punch a few little holes in the top, and honey, those little gnats will get up in there and they will drown their little selves, bless their hearts. So let's start out with that. You want to do the tomato pie or start off with the peach? I think we might need to start off with the peach because it needs just a minute to kind of cook just a little bit. So come on over here, we're going to start out with our peach pie. Going to turn the oven on, the stove. Well, before I do that, I'm going to put my sugar, 1 cup of sugar, a neat little package, and sometimes this is really hard to find. It's peach jello, but you gotta have the peach jello to make this yummy peach pie. So put that in, that peach jello, that small package, and then you need to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch so that it will thicken up. And what I like to do whenever I do cornstarch or some of those things, I like to blend all those ingredients first so that it won't clump up on you. So you get your jello, your sugar, and your peach jello. Then you just add 1 cup of water to that. Stir that up real good. Get all of that blended. Make sure that our cornstarch is mixed up in there really good. And then what you're going to need to do, turn that stove on, kind of on a medium heat, and let that start cooking a little bit. So while that's doing that, get over here with this peach pie. So here's what we're going to do. Super easy. All you have to do is get your fresh tomatoes. I like to get that core out so that I don't have any hard parts. Cut a little bit off the end of my tomato. Just get that peeling off. Leave the peeling and everything. You know, wash your tomatoes first. And then what you do, you're going to take your tomatoes and just do some nice slices. See how easy that is? Just slice those tomatoes, just like you're making a good old tomato sandwich. I think Lulu's wanting in. She's hot just like everybody. Everybody's over at my house because when you have a swimming pool, everybody comes to your house, which is great. So you need to have some things cooked up and ready when you're having company. And you never know when you're having company. But this keeps really well, super easy. Put those tomato slices out there. I think we need to add another one. Let me see one that's real good and ripe. Oh, there you go. Slice that off, slice that end off. Get that little bit of core out. Easy peasy. So, here's what you want to do. Get those slices, that fresh tomato. Then what you want to do is get some salt, liberally sprinkle some salt over it so that you get the juices out. Fold that paper towel. Put a few more slices. Add those. And let me talk about tomatoes for just a minute. You know, those homegrown fresh tomatoes that you get out of the garden, any of those varieties will do. I tell you, another great variety of a tomato is the Cherokee Purple. It's a darker tomato, but it's really a delicious tomato. Now these tomatoes are very special here. Miss Susan Webb sent us these tomatoes, and they are out of her garden, and she is always a great gardener. And Jim, he loves tomatoes, so he has hers featured here. If you don't have somewhere where you can buy your tomatoes, let me give that a quick little stir over here. At the grocery store, these Campari tomatoes are really fresh and delicious all year round. They're wonderful. You can use those for the tomato pie also. So, get one more little row of these delicious tomatoes. Place those on here. And it looks like I need one more thing of paper towels. Put those paper towels down, lap that over, because you want to get as much of that juice out of there as you can. Oh, I've got swimmers out there. So let me get rid of this. Get this in the garbage can. Can't keep that microphone back there. So I'm going to slide that over here for just a second. This is heating up. You want to keep cooking this till it gets clear. If you've ever had like one of those Shoney's strawberry pies, let me show you what it's looking like. It's not quite ready yet. That Shoney's strawberry pie, the strawberries and that yummy, delicious, jelly-like consistency that coats all that together, it is wonderful. And that's kind of the premise that you're going to make this tomato pie. Next thing that we're going to do for our tomato pie, we're going to add, I don't measure, y'all, I'm sorry. I just put some sharp grated cheddar cheese. I take some green onions, just go to chopping those up with some shears in your kitchen. And you just do this kind of to taste. And you can do several of these, you know, at a time. But that just gives it just a little bit of extra flavor there, those green onions. You can buy those at the grocery store over in the produce section. Or if you're lucky enough to have a friend that grows them, that's great too. So that's all you have to do with this. Like that little bit of oniony flavor. Gives it like a little pretty color too. Let me stir. Oh, here we go. It's foaming up a little bit, as you can see. Oh, it smells great. That delicious peach smell. Oh, it's bubbling really nice. Just want to make sure that all that Jell-O gets really good and hot and comes to a nice boil so that your pile's set up. There we go. It looks great. Wish y'all could smell that. We add these fresh peaches into this, it's going to be divine. So what I'm going to do, one of my little quick hurry up things, over my sink, I like to add just a little bit of cold water. You know, if you want to make your process cool off a little quicker, I'll be right back with ice to make some super cold water. Put that in. That way you can cool it off a lot quicker if you're in a hurry, and it seems like I'm always in a hurry, doesn't it? So we'll give that a quick little whisk. So let's come back over here to our other pieces. So we've got our tomato pie still going. I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella because I like that texture. Then I'm going to add some mayonnaise. About a cup there. I'm going to toss all that around. Might need to add just a little bit more mayonnaise, because this is going to be my, well, maybe not. And I always have my mask on, just in case I need it. A little bit of salt. Some fresh ground pepper. Give that a little bit more of a stir. Maybe just a little tad more of mayonnaise. Get the right consistency there. There we go, that looks great. So now we're going to take those tomatoes that we've had getting the fluids out. Hey, Aiden. Hey, why don't you bring Kevin in and let us see Kevin just a minute. I'm going to put our tomatoes in here. There is Kevin. Tell him about Kevin.
Kevin is a bearded dragon. His breed is the most tame kind of lizard. He is a yellow breed, and you can get brown, red, orange, and yellow like Kevin. And
let him seem really good. Kevin is beautiful. Aiden wanted a bearded dragon. So anyway, take him on outside and let him play.
all right.
You just never know what's going to go on in the Hawkins house. So put those tomatoes in here. You know, you want to fill up your pan with those delicious, delicious tomatoes, those little holes. You may have too many cut here. Just in that. And so then what you want to do is put this deliciousness on top. I don't have Corona, I promise. I have some black pepper. Oh. You want to spread this all over the top, and then you're going to bake it in the oven. There we go. On about 375 for 20 to 25 minutes. You want to get all your tomato cooked and wonderful. Talking to Kevin. Everybody's got to have somebody. All of that, seal those edges down real good. Move that over here. So this is the perfect side dish. As a yummy, delicious vegetable. Has a little tang to it. Make sure we get those edges and those tomatoes all covered up around the corner. What do you think? Tomato pie? There you go. Pop it in the oven. Turn your timer on. I'm gonna go 25 minutes. Take a look at it. Clean up that little bit of mess that you got going on. And then we'll go on to the next thing. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so here you go. Delicious tomato pie. Make sure that cheese is all cooked and bubbly. You want to let it cool off, and it'll be ready to enjoy probably in about 15 minutes. So just let it sit up, cut it like you would a pie. You'll get the tomatoes, the cheese, the onion, and all that deliciousness all in one little slice. So I hope you enjoy that, and you can tell everybody how easy it is to make tomato pie. So here we go with our peach pie. It's just putting a few things together. So you want to get your peaches, you know, super ripe, delicious peaches. Oh, yummy. If you got a bruise or whatever, just, you know, just cut that off. Get those all the peelings off. And all you have to do is do a little bit of slicing. Putting these delicious peaches in here. I like to get the seed out. That one is a really super sweet, ripe little peach. There is nothing better than a fresh peach. And you know, we have an abundance of peaches around here. Cherry Creek, we got those a little bit earlier in the season this year. They were delicious, and now these other peaches that Mr. Swindle picks up over in Alabama, they are so good. Peach growing part of the world. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous peach. Slicing those up. About 3 cups of peaches are what you want, but I just fill up my peach pie, my pie crust, and then add my Jell-O mixture to it. Can't hardly beat these peaches. Right now, you know, my mom is at my house, and she's had a stroke. And one of her favorite things right now for me to take a couple of fresh peaches. I can use some Ensure, you know, for some extra nutrients, a little bit of whipping cream, a little sugar, and put that in my bullet and grind that up to perfection. And oh my goodness, she loves it. Nothing like fresh produce, not canned and not out of the freezer, but I tell you, it would be worth freezing some of these peaches, I can tell you that, because they are so divine. Just slice those up, add those in here. Does it smell good? Let's see, let me see if I got one more just really super, I think this one is perfection. So that was about 4 peaches. I'm telling you, y'all like that Ready Whip, that creamy Ready Whip. You know, when you get ready to serve this, cut you a slice, put that Ready Whip on top, peaches and cream. So, so good. I love to have some things my family likes to eat, and we've had a lot of family time here lately, and it's been really good. I was trying to think what I made last night. Oh, I did tilapia. We did tilapia. I did some cheese grits, and I had tomato pie with that, and they loved it and ate it all up. So, let's get my paper towel, get my peelings. Let me go over here and check on how cool my filling is. All right, looks like it's about ready because I put it there in the ice. Really cooled off around the side. Might need to get me a little spoon to get that. It seeps down in there in your peaches, and you're going to want to add some Ready Whip to that when you get ready to serve it. And that is delicious peach pie. It's a favorite. Come on in here. Here's some of my favorite people. Okay, you know how it's always fun to lick the bottom of the barrel? You like peaches? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is the peach filling that goes on our peach pie. Pretty good.
Delicious.
James said he would like some. This is Brett. I call her one of my extra children. And this is her precious little boy, James. They've been out playing in the pool. Have you been having fun in the pool, James?
Did you have fun? Tell Gigi. Say thank you.
I always want to be like the Kool-Aid mama so you can come over here and always find something to eat. Right?
That is true.
We've had lots of fun times, and Brett has moved off. She turned into a Yankee, y'all.
Just barely.
She's barely got over the edge up there. Tell them where you live.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
And why do you live there?
My husband Dave is from there. He has a job there, so we moved up that way. But
So-
I was a travel nurse before that.
Right.
So
And you
I
live
went
with
up to
Mary
Boston
Frances.
With Mary Frances.
Uh-huh.
And we were for real Yankees up there.
Y'all were for real Yankees up there. You know, I'd go to the grocery store up there when Aiden was born, and people would just love to hear me talk.
Oh yeah, they'd say this, say that.
And they would always think that I would make them guess where they thought I was from.
Oh yeah. Well, they always say Kentucky
For you?
For me now because the
It's
proximity.
close. Yeah.
But
No, me, they were like Georgia or Texas. Nobody ever had Mississippi. I guess because I had my
No.
shoes on that day. You know? So, this is a precious little fella, and we are always glad to have him here. We wanted you to meet him. He and his mama. His daddy is an orthopedic surgeon, and at Christmas this year, they brought me some pins that were bones.
Yes.
Yes, so that was lots of fun. So, there's your peach pie already. Put it in the refrigerator, chill it real good. Let that Jell-O filling set up real good, cool off, and it'll be ready for you to slice and add just a little bit of Cool Whip. So, hope you'll be back in my kitchen soon. You think so, James? We'll make you some peas before too long.
Yeah, yum, yum.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.